bonsoir, chers amis. C'est Deaso, on se retrouve aujourd'hui pour le 99e épisode sur Genshin Impact. Donc, ne perdons pas de temps, on va essayer de récupérer ce qu'il y a là en haut. Ah, je vois. Je crois savoir quelque chose. C'est-à-dire que nous n'allons pas pouvoir récupérer ce Géoculus comme ça. Voilà. Il nous faut un géogranum. Et c'est tout? C'est tout? Ah. Bon, quoi qu'il en soit, dans les derniers épisodes, nous avions rencontré un apôtre de l'abîme. Et nous en avons appris un peu plus sur Kenria, ce qui est extrêmement intéressant. Quoi qu'il en soit, en tout cas, on va donc poursuivre le chapitre 4. Non. Décidément, c'est un peu compliqué. L'acte 4 du chapitre 1 de la quête d'Archon. Ouais, on n'a pas réussi. On a obtenu ceci. On récupérera ce coffre un autre jour. Ne traînons point, nous avons du pain sur la planche. Partons de là, plutôt, pour aller à notre destination. On va reprendre l'autre équipe. Je sens qu'on va avoir besoin d'un Kaya, éventuellement. Si d'autres mages de l'abîme font surface. Et surtout, l'apôtre de l'abîme. Ah oui, d'ailleurs, est-ce que l'apôtre de l'abîme est déjà dans le bestiaire? Non, pas encore. C'est lui, normalement. Ou lui. On verra bien. Nous verrons bien en temps et en heure. Donc. Là-bas, il y a les 9 piliers. Donc ça avait parlé d'Ainslave, qu'on avait retrouvé. Nous avions donc parlé un peu de Kenria. Et donc, Kenria, c'était il y a 500 ans. Mais il y a 500 ans, la destruction de Kenria. Donc c'était il y a moins longtemps que la guerre des Archons. Qui était il y a 2000, 3000 ans, quelque chose du genre.
Over there! It's more ruin guards and abyss mages. Dane was just saying how these ancient machines are from Conria. So, did Conria have a lot of ruins that needed to be guarded?
No. Ruin Guard is the name modern people have given these machines. No one called them that 500 years ago. These Ruin Guards were known as Field Tillers by the people of Conria.
Field Tillers? What a strange name.
Alors c'était du matériel agricole?
It's not like you think. Field Tiller was just a code name. The people of Conria like to give code names to their weapons. The land is not to be tilled with farming tools, but rather is to be fought for with steel and blood. This is how the Field Tiller came about.
Fought for with steel and blood? Well, that's an interesting way of understanding tilling. Paimon doesn't think it's a very positive interpretation.
After the destruction of Conria, these masterless field tillers went completely out of control. They wandered aimlessly over the centuries, gradually spreading to every corner of Teyvat. Perhaps resonating with the sorrow of other civilizations lost to time, they found their way to various ruins across the land, where they lie dormant.
That sounds so sad.
Errer sans but pendant 500 ans.
Once you understand more, those details won't mean much to you. But no matter their past, all that remains of them now is the danger they pose. So destroy them all.
Alors, quoi qu'il en soit, peu importe pourquoi ils ont été créés, il s'agit de danger. Ah oui.
Freeze.
Faut que je me débarrasse de ce bus là au moins. C'est fait. Ah, fail. Ok, lui, il est en bonne voie d'extermination. Ah merde. Bon, t'es le dernier. C'était pas le mon côté duquel tirer. Il m'a eu. Allez. Et il est mort. Whew.
Huh? This abyss maze dropped a talisman. Could it be a communication of some kind?
This talisman seems connected to the Abyss Herald. But why would an Abyss Mage be carrying it? Perhaps it really does contain information about their operation.
But Paimon can't read the writing on it. Is that the script of Conria?
Engulf the faith of the enemy in flame, and bring glory to His Highness the Prince.
What? Is that what it says?
Loom of Fate, initial operation. They, the Abyss, seem to be carrying out a large operation. The keyword here is Loom of Fate. It seems like they are still launching the operation, or rather, are still conducting preliminary tests.
Loom of Fate? What's that? Is it literally a fate-weaving machine?
Est-ce que ça a un rapport avec la statue renversée? Ou est-ce que le mage d'Abi vous détruit? Non, on va poser la question.
From the horrible feeling Paimon's been getting, those eerie ruins are super likely to be related to this fate-weaving operation. So, Dane, what message does this talisman contain?
I'm reading it now. An ambitious operation. But some parts are difficult to understand.
How so?
In short, the first phase of the plan is related to Osile, Overlord of the Vortex.
Oh? Lui?
The Overlord of the Vortex? You mean that god in the ocean?
Ah. On n'a pas pu le détruire la dernière fois.
What do they want with Osile?
C'est la même chose qu'avec Dvalin.
I know of your past heroics regarding Dvalin, and I also know of the Abyss Order's role in the Storm Terror incident. Though you may not have been aware of it at the time, you were thwarting an Abyss Order operation similar to this one.
Last time it was Venti's old friend. This time it's a huge ancient god. The Abyss Order keeps setting their sights higher and higher. Will the Abyss Order use their lies and dark magic to corrupt Osile, just as they did Dvalin?
No. From the contents of the talisman, this operation goes one step further. They won't just corrupt Osile's mind. They also plan to use the ancient technology behind the field tillers to completely transform Osile's body.
Is that even possible? So wait, the Abyss Order wants to make some sort of cybernetic squid god of mass destruction?
Si on n'en finisse plus de s'allonger, dis donc. Ouais, une bien belle description.
Very few people today truly understand the civilization of Khaenri'ah. Though of course, the accuracy of that understanding itself is difficult to judge. Only the Abyss Order has consistently sought out the remnants of Khaenri'ah. Despite being far from human, they seek out this lost human civilization quite persistently. The talisman's message states that they will use the defiled statue as a base, attaching Osile's limbs to construct a mechanized god. And the new core that shall replace the orb usually held by the Statue of the Seven is the eye of the very first field tiller.
The eye of the very first field tiller? Oh, Paimon gets it! All those Abyss mages are looking for the special eye, right?
It would seem so.
Ils l'ont pas encore trouvé, nous avons encore le temps.
This whole thing keeps getting more complicated. But basically, it all has to do with that eerie statue of the Seven we saw, right?
Yes. According to the talisman, the eye should be placed in the hands of the defiled statue, thereby imbuing the newly born god with the power to topple the divine thrones of Celestia.
Ah, Celestia.
Oh boy, the Abyss Order sure isn't holding back with this plan. Since no one knows where the first field tiller is, how about we take the information about the statue as the starting point for our investigation?
Sa statue, elle ressemblait à l'Archon à Nemo.
Yeah, that tone-deaf bard is too difficult to track down anyway. Let's go to the cathedral first and ask around. Maybe we'll learn something.
The cathedral.
Huh? What's the matter, Dane?
Nothing. Let's get moving.
Il dirait là-bas. Épreuve du déshonorable. Je vois le fou et le sombre mystère. Échappez-vous des ruines étranges. À la barbe du pouvoir des dieux. Aïe aïe aïe. Les choses se préparent dans notre dos. Dans le dos du monde. Dans le dos des dieux. Pour renverser les dieux. Ambitieux, hein. Qui voulait renforcer le pouvoir d'Ortel. Faire un super dieu mécanique de la mort qui tue. N'est-ce pas de régler son compte à tous les autres dieux? Renverser Celestia.
Huge statue, a grandiose cathedral. The people of Mondstadt clearly spent a great deal of resources and energy to construct them. But how aware of this was the Animo Archon on receiving this gift? And how much did he give back in return?
Faith doesn't return, though, does it?
As long as the gods have a clear conscience about it all, there's nothing I can say about it.
Shh! We're about to enter the cathedral! Don't say anything bad about the Animal Archon. And actually, the Animal Archon is... never mind.
I never specifically said I would enter the cathedral. I'll leave you two to mingle with the sisters.
Huh?
Mais on a agi en équipe jusqu'ici. Et vous n'êtes pas un peu curieux?
You are the honorary knight of Mondstadt. They will surely allow you to poke into these affairs with their utmost trust. Having me tag along would only make them suspicious.
Parce qu'ils ne vous connaissent pas?
Correct. And just as our little friend said, I might say something bad about the church at any time. When a non-believer steps onto holy ground, the result is never pretty. I have never received the favor of the gods in the past. I don't see any reason I would need it now, or in the future either. That's enough about that. While we've been chit-chatting, the Abyss Order continues to act.
Okay, then we'll just go in ourselves and ask around.
I should warn you about one thing. Don't go mentioning the defiled statue inside the cathedral. The Church of Favonius wouldn't ignore the matter of the statue, but if they rashly tried anything against the Abyss Order, it would only ruin whatever element of surprise we may have. Also, meddling in the affairs of the Abyss usually doesn't end well for anyone.
Parlons à Barbara. Très bonne question. Barbara. Où est la diaconesse de l'ordre? L'église de Favonius.
Honorary Knight! Hi, how have you been? Do you need anything today? But I should first make it clear that if you need to borrow the Holy Lyre to Hermel again, we cannot oblige.
It seems she hasn't realized it's just an illusion. Oh, we're here to ask some questions about something. Barbara, have you heard about the first field tiller?
What's that? Field tiller. What does it do?
Of course you wouldn't know anything about that. Okay, next question. Has the church ever lost a statue of the Seven?
Huh? You're here to ask about that old story? Well, I didn't expect that. That was such a long time ago, barely anyone mentions it nowadays. A long time ago, there was indeed one statue of the Seven that disappeared one night without a trace. Nearly every member of the church joined the search for it, but it was never found. In the church's records, as you might assume, this incident has been called the Lost Statue of the Seven.
Of course!
Of course?
Nothing? So do you have any other clues? Paimon means any other strange stories?
Paimon, qui n'est absolument pas suspicieuse. Ou suspecte.
Sorry, Barbara, but we can't tell you about the statue we saw just yet. Like Dane said outside, it's for your own good.
Other strange stories? I'm not sure. Let me think about what other unusual incidents are in the church's records. Oh, the Tyrant's Final Fury? No, that's from another time. Probably unrelated.
The Tyrant's Final Fury?
Oh, this refers to a time of great danger that engulfed Old Mondstadt, the place now known as Storm Terror's lair. Many, many years ago, there was a time when balls of fire would rain from the sky whenever anyone approached Old Mondstadt.
Balls of fire raining from the sky? How terrifying!
People at that time believed it was a curse laid down by the god of storms, so they referred to it as the tyrant's final fury.
Malédiction du dieu des tempêtes.
This strange phenomenon continued for about a year. No one was ever able to solve it. It just gradually ceased on its own.
Très bizarre.
Right. Later, the theory of the tyrant's final fury became less probable in the eyes of the church. Common reasoning dictates that the god of storms wouldn't shoot fireballs. Perhaps it was something else that caused the disaster. Anyway, this incident might not be related to the lost statue of the Seven, but I just can't think of any other strange incidents that might be.
It's okay. Thanks anyway.
There's that pointless word, thank you, again. I can never get used to hearing it.
Rosalia.
Oh, Rosaria, it's you.
If you're looking for the Knights of Favonius, they're busy with those monsters again.
Those monsters?
Those monsters that tried to attack Mondstadt last time during the Storm Terror incident?
Wasn't that the Abyss Order? They're at it again?
Indeed. They're gathering in Wolvendom, causing great unrest among the wolves. Could it be that the Abyss Order is targeting the spirit of Lupus Boreas? As for what purpose, I can't say for certain. Master Jean has already headed off to Wolvendom. I must also begin to make a move myself.
Then I will go as well.
Master Jean said you should stay at the church and continue your work with the clergy.
But you're also a member of the clergy.
Ne vous inquiétez pas, je vais lui prêter main forte.
Right. We'll go give Master Jean a hand.
Oh, okay. If the honorary knight will be there, then... But please, everyone, be careful. May the animal Archon protect you all.
Rosalia, c'est la première fois qu'on la voit dans une cinématique. Ou quelque manière que ce soit. Hein. On le voit Slave. Qu'est-ce qu'il pourra nous dire sur la faveur du tyran?
I see. Has the Abyss Order already launched a new operation? This could very well have something to do with the defiled statue. We should go as well.
But what is the Abyss Order going to Wolvendom for anyway? Are they looking to do the same as they did with Dvalin? Not again!
No, that's not likely. Unlike Osial, who was just suppressed, Andreas died long ago. Today, it is just his spirit that stands guard over Wolvendom. The Abyss Herald may just be targeting the spirit of Andreas in an attempt to garner some information from one of the Animo Archon's old companions.
On va se soigner vite fait. Ah ok, donc ils ont la première fois qu'ils mentionnent également que le loup de Boré est dans un compagnon de... Ah non, c'est vrai que je crois que ça avait été dit, mais pas aussi clairement. C'est vrai que l'un des 4 vents, le loup de Boré. Le loup du nord. Et le vent de l'ouest, c'est Dvalin. Après, il y a le loup du sud. Non, pas le loup du sud, le truc du sud et le truc de l'est.
Don't underestimate the enemy. Let's take them now.
Don't push your luck.
Bon, il est maintenant Ségus.
Freeze. Don't get frostbite.
Allez, je me débarrasse de lui. Il commence à pleuvoir. Beaucoup.
There sure are a lot of enemies around here.
The closer we get to the target, the more enemies there are. Fits the Abyss Order's style.
On doit se dépêcher de trouver Boré.
Yeah, let's go.
I'm not going any further.
Huh? Why not? Is it because you're afraid of fluffy animals?
À mon avis, c'est autre chose.
It has nothing to do with wolves. It's because Boreas was an ancient god, yet he willingly became a servant of the Seven. I cannot possibly agree with his actions. I don't desire any interaction with him. Besides, you're the one people like. I'm less likable.
Vous détestez vraiment les 7 archons, dites donc.
There's nothing special about gods anyway. It's just my opinion, but a word of advice. Always be on your guard when around gods. You shouldn't place too much trust in them. But at the same time, don't go too far in the opposite direction. Don't go even if the god in question is your sworn enemy.
Don't trust them and don't hunt them. That's some awkward advice. Does Dane hate the Seven or is he protecting them?
Il les apprécie pas forcément, mais il sait que c'était mauvaise idée d'essayer de s'attaquer à eux. Vaut mieux les ignorer. J'imagine que ça doit être quelque chose du genre. Pourquoi votre opinion était si contradictoire?
Lest I repeat the failings of my forebears, I will tell you one final fact.
Huh? What fact?
The destruction of the nation of Canria by the gods is the reason the Abyss Order now seeks to destroy the nations watched over by the Seven. Well, enough chit-chat. We should get back to business. I will go take care of the remaining Abyss Order members in the area. Try and keep your visit with Boreas brief. Afterward, let's meet at the entrance to Wolvendom.
Up, there he goes. What a strange man.
Je pense que je comprends plus ou moins ce qu'il voulait dire.
Yeah, that's true. You also keep your guard up against unfamiliar gods. At the Rite of Descension in Liyue, your decision was very similar to what Dane would do.
Quand la confiance n'est pas là, mieux vaut éviter la situation.
Not the easiest situation.
Honorary Knight, Paimon, what are you two doing here?
Ah, Jean.
Oh, Master Jean! So glad we found you. Rosaria told us that you came here to fight the Abyss Order, so we came to help.
Then your help is greatly appreciated. The Abyss Order's sudden offensive is very strange. They have surrounded Wolvendom. I am preparing to send out some knights to fight back. I just scouted out all of Wolvendom, but I did not see you. Rosaria told me that the Abyss Order is going after Boreas. But the Abyss Order and Boreas... what is the connection between them?
They just like to cause trouble. Do they really need a reason?
Ouais, ils ont besoin d'une raison, mais bon.
The Abyss Order already went after Dvalin. It's not too surprising that they would also go after another one of the Animal Archon's buddies.
That is true. Regardless, whether the reason behind the present threat is clear or not, I will handle the situation. Honorary Knight, please go and check if Lupus Boreas is in any danger. This god's spirit... he does not often see people, but I hear that you have met him before. Maybe it is best that you are also the one to meet him this time.
Comptez sur moi.
Okay, be careful.
Thank you for your help, honorary knight of Favonius.
Épreuve du déshonorable. Trouver Boré, le loup du Nord. Donc c'est l'un des anciens dieux, c'est un des anciens compagnons d'Ortel. Oh. Effroué. Bon. Vous allez me suivre longtemps, les gars? Voilà, il a compris. Bon, c'est pas barré à cause de ça, mais il a compris. On va dire qu'il a compris. Petit perron, quelques baies. Hop.
Look! Over there, it's Razor! And the Abyss Herald!
Ah. Ouais, qui n'est pas trop cool.
You, not welcome here!
So, the wolf's wretched spirit likes to raise wild pups now. You claim to be a guardian, yet your once sharp claws have clearly dulled since your days of godly glory. If you serve us, we can restore your divine powers you once held in the past. Lies. Lies.
What the heck is this ceremony? He looks like he's in a lot of pain. Oh no! Is this the same thing they did to corrupt Dvalin's mind?
Wolves never surrender! But this can't go on.
Je me charge d'arrêter ça.
No matter how many times you resist us, your efforts are all in vain.
Oula. On se débarrasse de lui déjà. Putain, il m'avait même pas vu, il est en train de glander sur le coin là. Sur le côté.
Surrendering will be gentle.
Dodge this!
Hop, tac, 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 tac. Mais bon, ça s'est arrêté. Tac, tac, tac. On est quand même plutôt mal. En tout cas, on devrait pouvoir reconnaître son emplacement dans le bestiaire grâce à son chapeau. Celui-là, il a les cornes vers le haut. Ouais, celui-là, il a le cornes vers le haut. Et l'autre image avait les cornes vers le bas plutôt. Là, il s'est mis son petit bouclier.
frozen in time. Don't push your luck. Dodge this.
Ça va, le bouclier chute. Le bouclier à quoi?
Freeze.
Ah, je crois que cette fois, on va pouvoir le tuer.
Dodge this.
Hop.
The ceremony was interrupted. How fortunate for you. How does an old spirit have such determined will? No matter. This is but a small unforeseen variable. Our grand scheme will not be affected.
It disappeared again!
Au moins, on l'a arrêté cette fois-ci.
Thank you. You came. Just in time.
Human Lupercal, I am ashamed that you must see me in my present state. But still, the Abyss Herald underestimated my strength.
Lupus Boreas never refuses trial, but scary outsider, not respect trial rules. I too didn't see the trap.
Wait, so you mean the Abyss Order had everything prepared to corrupt Lupus Boreas' mind, then lured him out under the pretense of challenging him in a trial?
Ce n'est pas de ta faute, Razor.
Thank you. In the future, my claws must get sharper. You smelled danger and came here?
No, we heard about the danger. Paimon's nose doesn't even know what danger smells like. Besides coming to help, we actually have something to ask you about too. Excuse us, Mr. Wolf God. Do you know anything about the first field tiller?
I pay no heed to the contraptions of humans. I know not what this field tiller is. Though there was indeed one human-made machine that I can never forget.
Oh.
It entered into my proving ground by accident, and I mistook it for a challenger.
Oh.
But it could not think, only fight. It was designed as a pure killing machine from top to bottom. I eventually damaged it greatly with one of my attacks. Before it fell to the ground, it fled the proving ground.
By the sounds of it, it's possible that could have been the very first field tiller, right?
Pouvait-elle tourner sur elle-même? Pouvait-elle tirer des missiles? On va demander si elle pouvait tourner sur elle-même.
Yes, it could spin, leap high into the air, and even shoot fireballs. Although no match for a god, it was stronger than even many who wield visions.
Fireballs? Hey, didn't we hear this somewhere else recently as well? Anyway, this pretty much proves that the first field tiller came to Mondstadt, doesn't it? It sounds like the first one was way stronger than the mass-produced ruin guards that came after. But in this story, it was damaged at the proving ground while fighting the Wolf of the North.
Don't know, but did we help?
Yes, you were a big help. Thanks. We need to keep investigating something super important. The Abyss Herald may have left, but the Abyss's forces are still attacking. You two be careful.
Yes, I smell more danger. Bigger danger. You too, also be careful.
Well, that was some good intel. Quick, let's go tell Dane.
Ah, ok, donc ceci est une terre de défi. Et donc ces destructions ont probablement été causées par la machine. Ah, intéressant. Ah, c'est vrai que nous devons revoir notre ami. Retournons voir Dainsleif.
Dane, there you are. Did you see Master Jean?
I saw her, but purposely avoided her. As both the Lion Fang Knight and acting Grand Master, she naturally would have some reservations towards me. If I'm not careful, one day I may find myself becoming the object of one of her investigations. But back to the matter at hand. I defeated some of the Abyss forces, but wasn't able to gather any information. Did you have more success?
Racontez à Dane ce que vous avez appris grâce à l'esprit de Boré.
I see. Well then, we can more or less figure out where the first field tiller ended up.
Huh? Really? Just from the Lupus Boreas story?
That information combined with a more comprehensive analysis. For example, the old story you told me you heard in the cathedral.
La fureur finale du tyran.
Exactly. The strange story told to you by that young sister, long mistaken to be a curse rained down by a deceased tyrant.
Les boules de feu étaient en réalité des missiles. Les Monstadois d'alors n'ont pas compris que c'était vraiment des boules de feu.
Ah, Paimon gets it. So the tyrant's final fury was really just missiles fired from the field tiller after it ran from Wolvendom. After it was damaged in the fight with the Wolf of the North, it must have wandered into the ruins of Old Mondstadt and stayed there. Then, whenever anyone got close, pew, pew, boom! It would fire a ton of missiles at them, until one day it finally broke down for good, and the fireballs stopped raining from the sky. Back then, the people of Mondstadt hadn't seen many ruin guards before, so they came to interpret it as the tyrant's final fury.
It looks like we need to make a trip to Storm Terror's lair and comb the entire area.
Ce n'est pas nécessaire.
What do you mean?
Je m'en souviens.
Huh? You mean... Oh, Paimon remembers too! We saw that abandoned ruin guard sitting atop the tower when we went there before. Can't forget something like that.
Ah. Il n'avait pourtant pas l'air d'avoir quoi que ce soit de spécial, ce gardien des ruines. Je m'en souviens, mais... Nous avons qu'on s'était arrêté pour le regarder. D'ailleurs, profitons-en. Profitons-en pour prendre le coffre. Bon, l'épisode est déjà assez long, mais il va s'arrêter uniquement lorsqu'on aura terminé tout ça. Ouais, lui là. C'est vrai qu'il est posé bizarrement. Il n'a pas l'air bizarre, non?
This is it, right? Okay then, use your elemental sight to look for the eye. Ooh, so what did you see?
Rien du tout.
Huh? Nothing? sure you did it right?
This requires another method. Using elemental sight on a field tiller is of no use because it is not powered by the elements. Let me give it a try. And done.
Wow! It's a...
The very thing the Abyss Herald has been seeking all along. The eye of the first field tiller. All of the ruin guards today are just replicas of this machine. As the prototype, its combat capability was unrestricted.
prototype? Oh, Paimon doesn't know that word. Is it another ancient term from Conria?
As the Abyss Order has surmised, if this eye is placed in the hands of the defiled statue, and if the limbs of Osial, Overlord of the Vortex, are attached to the statue, there you have a mechanized god. And this newly born god will have the power to topple the divine thrones of Celestia.
Une opération aussi extrême que dangereuse.
Yes.
Then, what should we do with this eye?
Cachons-le quelque part où personne ne le trouvera.
No. I'll guard it myself.
Vraiment.
Huh? You? Dane? You won't go and do anything crazy with it, will you?
You may doubt me if you wish, but I must ensure it does not fall into the wrong hands. No matter where we may hide it, they will find it. And as for the Church of Favonius, well, you know I don't trust them.
Ils ont déjà fait voler la lyre email par les Fatui. Hein. Mais bon, rien ne dit que Dainslave va pouvoir le défendre éternellement.
Oh, right.
But our work isn't done yet. To avoid any further repercussions, we must also take care of that defiled statue.
De quelle façon?
We can't have the church get involved. Let's handle it ourselves. As for what I mean by take care of it, naturally I mean to completely destroy it.
Quoi d'autre?
Destroy it? That's a statue of the Seven! As well as being a really important cultural relic, they're actually divine too! Well, good thing we didn't tell Barbara earlier. Otherwise she'd be going completely bonkers right now!
Do the Seven really expect me to help them look after what belongs to them? Let's go back to those ruins and destroy the inverted statue. If we are lucky, we will also run into that Abyss Herald. I'll make sure it doesn't get away this time.
Par contre là ça commence à devenir long. Mais on va terminer. Pour un épisode, c'est l'épisode 100 et il a déjà été dit, j'ai déjà dit ce que je ferai pour l'épisode 100. On va pas faire attendre plus longtemps. En tout cas, je vais certainement pas faire ça. Puis l'épisode 100. Et après, on revient là-dessus. Ça me semble pas approprié. Bon, quoi qu'il en soit, occupons-nous de Ségus. Le héros de l'ordre de la... Oh. L'effet devant la porte est différent cette fois. Oh. Hmm.
Need to end a few enemies?
Ouais, exactement. Exactement, Tartaglia. Let's go! Hmm.
So after all that running around, we end up right back here again. Look at us. We barely escaped this place last time, and now we're strolling right back in. Gee, surely we must be some of the bravest adventurers in all of Teyvat. That or the stupidest. To get to that creepy statue, we just need to follow the path we used to escape last time. That should take us right to it. Yep, that'll work. Let's go. And remember to be on your guard.
Ah, il y a de nouveaux coffres! Oh, les enfoirés, ils ont mis de nouveaux coffres! Pas qu'on en a pas raté. Pourquoi la statue est là?
Looks like we're here. An eerie, lifeless, dark chamber. I understand the evil aura you were describing earlier.
Oh, such a scary place.
Be careful to not be overwhelmed by the power of the defiled statue. The Abyss Herald. It's here.
You sense correctly. You are just as vexatious as ever, Dainsliff, enemy of the Abyss. I sense your soul is stained by terrible bloodshed, perhaps from your darkest nightmares, unless... Oh, and something far more dangerous. You reek of a corruption familiar to me. Then we are the same. We're both dangerous. But dangers from outside of the Abyss Order must be caught and caged.
It is your words that forever reek of corruption. Time to silence you!
On a plus de vie!
Cool it!
I'm a bit rusty.
Allez, on s'occupe de ce Gus.
Dodge this!
Hop. Par contre, pourquoi est-ce qu'ils nous ont demandé un type? On aurait dû peut-être se soigner avant de venir ici. Ah! Ok, je vois. Fuck. Maudit téléport. Oui, celle-là, elle est excellente.
Looks like I got carried away.
Oh non. Bon. Un petit steak.
Cool it! Don't push your luck.
Oh oh!
So sorry.
On va surtout commencer avec le larbin.
Freeze! What's the hurry?
Ah mince. Applique le bouclier. Oh, ça fait un petit soin. Tac, tac, tac. Oh, il a pas lâché dans la bonne direction. Allez, quelques soins.
Freeze.
Ah! Ok, ça
Don't push your luck.
il a lancé une attaque mais fait plein de coups. Je n'avais pas remarqué. Bon, on va taper juste avec Kaya. Il le descend pas trop mal.
Cool it. Dodge this.
Ah, bon.
This is not
Mais non.
the
Oula, oula. Ok. Pas tout de suite. Ah.
This
Ah.
doesn't look good.
Non. À la dernière seconde, il s'arrête le goût. Bon. Que nous avons fait de la merde. Corrigeons ça correctement. Le petit steak. On a besoin de Kaya, évidemment. Ouais, on ne pourra pas utiliser plus. Mais Kaya devrait suffire.
No time. Dodge this.
Ouais, par contre... Par contre, de taper ne sert absolument... Bon, pas à grand chose, disons.
Freeze.
Ouais, je sentais venir encore un coup.
Cool it. Freeze.
Tac. Bon, il est à midi. Pas le bouclier. Ouh. Faut une fois qu'il me visait correctement. Tac, tac, tac.
What's the hurry? Dodge this.
Ah, ça c'est cool. Voilà, là ça va déjà être beaucoup plus efficace.
Freeze.
Bon, sauf qu'il nous a un peu coincé dans son mur.
Cool it. Don't push your luck. Freeze.
Totalement bloqué dans son élan, le but. Voilà.
Don't push your luck.
Ah, il nous a eu!
Dodge this.
The abyss shall rise. Prince.
Hey! Could that be?
Heiser!
Lumine.
Je te retrouve enfin.
Lumine, why are you with Dane?
Quoi?
Uh-huh.
On est séparés depuis si longtemps.
Your brother knows Dane?
Ether, we meet again.
What's going on here? Dane knows him too?
What?
You shouldn't team up with this man. He is my enemy. Ether.
Attends un peu.
But it must be said. Don't try to stop me. Don't try to stop the Abyss. That man Dainsleif was the Twilight Sword, one of the royal guards of the final dynasty of Conria. 500 years ago, he failed to prevent the destruction of Conria. A curse of immortality was laid upon him, to forever wander the wilderness, while he watched the people he was supposed to protect turn into the monsters of the Abyss.
You're saying Dane is from Conria? The same Conria that was destroyed 500 years ago? And you said the people turned into monsters? You're trying to tell Paimon that the Abyss Order is not only related to Conria, but is actually the people of Conria themselves? And the whole thing about Dane being your enemy... Paimon's so confused.
Viens avec moi, Aiza. Rentrons chez nous.
Home. Yes, of course. Home is wherever we are together. But I cannot go with you to the next world to find a new home. At least, not yet. Until the Abyss has engulfed the thrones, my war with destiny will see no end.
L'ordre divin?
Listen to me, Lumine. I have already traveled through this world once. Once you reach the end of your journey as I did, you will see for yourself the true nature of this world. So we'll meet again. Though we need not rush, sister. I have more than enough time to wait for you. We have always had enough time.
Ils sont partis.
Oh, don't be too sad. We'll find them again. Look on the bright side. At least we got some really useful information.
Je ne suis pas triste.
Really? You sure? At least now, as well as the Seven, Dane is also a key part of finding your sibling too, right?
Faudra qu'on y fasse attention une fois, Inazuma.
That's right. By the way, what they said just now is all pretty confusing. Did you understand it at all?
J'étais trop concentré sur mon frère pour écouter attentivement. À peu près, oui. Disons ça plutôt.
Oh, well then, let's go over it again.
C'est bien, faire un résumé. Vas-y, Paimon, on t'écoute. Ah non, c'est ellipsé.
First off, that Abyss Herald called your brother Prince. It seems like your brother is leading the Abyss Order. Even the Abyss Herald answers to him. Still, we don't know for sure if he's the highest ranking leader in the organization. Also, your brother said that he wants to engulf the thrones and go to war with destiny. What the heck does that mean? Could it be he wants to destroy the Seven and the Seven Nations? Next thing, Turns out the Abyss Order monsters are really what the people of Conria turned into after their nation was destroyed. This story is just plain terrifying. And Dane is from Conria too! He witnessed its destruction 500 years ago. But he didn't turn into a monster. And now he's fighting the Abyss Order. So that's why your brother said that Dane is his enemy, right? But if the monsters of the Abyss are the same people that Dane protected all those years ago, then why is he enemies with the Abyss Order now? Also, how come after all this time we've spent searching for your brother, it turns out he's on the side of the Abyss? What's up with that?
Ressasser tout ça ne sert à rien, on n'a pas assez d'infos. Beaucoup de nouvelles questions mais peu de réponses.
Yeah, you're right. Then we can't let ourselves get down about it now. Our journey's not over yet. Let's get a move on. Time to leave this terrible dark place and get back to the surface where the sun shines bright. If your brother wants you to reach the end of your journey, show him what you're made of. Come on, traveler, let's go.
Oh. Et voilà, nous sommes enfin réunis, qui est terminé. Ah, le coffre! Bon. Ah, messager une fois. Ah, ça c'est plutôt pas mal. Ah oui. Donc il reste cette chose. Mais... sans Dying Slave qui a passé le portail. On va rien faire.
What's the hurry?
Bon, quittons. Quittons de cet endroit démoniaque. Bon. Voilà. Donc le prologue devrait être accessible maintenant. On y croit. On croise tous les doigts et les doigts de pied possibles. Parce que s'il y a encore un truc... Voilà. Ah oui, d'ailleurs, il a appelé sa sœur Lumine et pas Léa. Ça m'a un peu surpris. Ah, pourquoi je regarde ça? Quête d'Archon. Vent d'automne et fée écarlate. Chapitre 2 prologue. La trêve à la tempête. Faites part de votre émotion à Paimon avant de poursuivre l'aventure. Admirez la vue à l'extérieur du port de Liyue et recueillez-vous. Bon. Nous y voilà donc. Je pense qu'on va passer la semaine à commencer à nous rendre ici. Je pense que l'objectif pour cette semaine qui a commencé avec le dernier épisode. Donc l'épisode 100, j'avais dit qu'on allait faire un gros épisode et on va faire le chapitre de Démon d'eau dragon. Comme ça, cette partie sera faite. Oui, il y a les réponses d'expédition qui sont prêtes maintenant. Ensuite, on va enchaîner sur le prologue du chapitre 2. Et puis, à la suite du prologue, on va certainement faire le chapitre... non, l'acte 1 de... du chapitre 2. C'est-à-dire Inazuma. Ainsi, nous pourrons donc nous attaquer à Fracas du tonnerre. Il y a encore 13 jours, mais ça va être court, ça va être court. Une fois qu'on aura fait tout ça, une fois que la semaine sera passée, il nous restera plus qu'une semaine pour tout faire. Faut vraiment qu'on bourre. Ça risque d'être un peu compliqué. Il faut qu'on explore Inazuma en plus. Bon, il y a 3 statues. Ça devrait pas être trop compliqué. Il faut quand même qu'on le fasse. Bon. Quoi qu'il en soit. Donc, ah oui, d'ailleurs, il y a une nouvelle quête. Voyons juste voir. Hein. Jean, Venti, Mona, Zongli. Plein de gens. Ah, les 2 autres ne sont pas encore dans cette liste. Ah. T'as mis d'abord une fleur qui s'épanouit dans une prison. Ça, c'est l'acte 1. Hein. Et quoi qu'il en soit, il va falloir qu'on fasse l'acte 1. Avant de pouvoir nous avancer plus. Qu'on atteigne Inazuma. D'ailleurs, allons directement, vu que nous pouvons le faire, dans la sérénité, vu que j'ai mis un TP. Je sais, je suis intelligent. C'est la première chose que j'ai acheté, le TP. Bon, l'épisode est long, donc bon, juste un tout petit peu de plus, un petit peu de moins, hein, c'est pas vraiment mort d'homme. Équipons ceci. Ça, c'est une statue de lion gardien. Et l'autre statue de lion gardien. Ok. Hop. Hop. Voilà, ça c'est fait. Mais ce n'est pas la seule chose. Nous allons aller parler à Tabi. Bonjour Tabi.
We have put in much work of late, and to much avail. Slowly but surely, the area is coming to life.
Ouais. D'ailleurs, vous avez vu qu'il y a un nouveau chapeau. Le niveau de confiance est passé au niveau 4. Pour récupérer tout ça, donc on y est. Ah, il pourrait mettre un nouveau compagnon, mais bon, je sais pas trop qui mettre. Hein. On va certainement mettre, augmenter encore l'énergie mystique totale, mais pour l'instant, c'est pas vraiment un truc. Donc, voilà. Niveau 4, la transformation. Des primogèmes. Un petit gîte liouéen. C'est pas mal. Hop, on récupère. Allez, encore davantage de choses. Niveau de confiance augmente lentement mais sûrement. Changer les configurations, non. Fabriquer décoration, c'est en cours. Hein. Toujours et encore. Pour le bassin du royaume, voilà, je vais vous montrer vite fait. Donc, les richesses du royaume, donc ce sont ces champs. Hein. Vous pouvez avoir jusqu'à 10 téléporteurs, mais un seul suffit largement, hein, pour l'instant en tout cas. À moins que ce soit agrandi vraiment largement plus tard. Donc là, nous avons quelques champs. Mais je vais vous montrer tout de suite. Donc j'ai acheté... Ah oui, plantation de jade, j'en ai acheté 1 sur 2. Le nombre de champs est limité. Hein. Et culture du royaume, on peut acheter plein de graines. Hein. J'en ai acheté un tout petit peu. J'en ai acheté quoi déjà? Ah non, pas des graines d'herbe à lampe. Ah, les ganoderma marins, il doit y en avoir à Inazuma, hein, vu qu'il le propose. Ou déjà. Ouais, les graines de muguet bleu. J'en avais acheté un, j'en possède un. Hop. Mais j'ai posé un champ plus loin. Voilà, il est là. Si j'essaye de faire quoi que ce soit... Aucune graine n'est à utiliser. Terminer les quêtes de réputation pour débloquer la boîte à graines. Voilà. Comme dit Inazuma, nécessaire. Une petite étape absolument nécessaire, comme d'avant. Bon. Ah oui, d'ailleurs. Combien est-ce qu'on a de... 78. Pas assez. Vu qu'on en est là, profitons peut-être... J'ai bien envie d'utiliser... Normalement, on ne le fait pas, mais cette fois-ci, j'en ai bien envie. De mettre quelques points ici. Pour faire passer lui au niveau 59. Comme ça, au moins, ce sera fait. On a quand même récupéré pas mal des objets. Bon, pas mal. Disons, quelques-uns. Hop, allez. Et voilà. Bon. Voilà, donc après, il nous restera encore 2 personnages à monter au niveau 59. Donc il restera encore la semaine prochaine. Combien de temps nous restera-t-il avant les prochains vœux? Ah oui. Donc à la fin de la semaine, donc il restera la semaine prochaine, on pourra mettre tout le monde au niveau 50 et puis on fera quelques vœux. Vous savez, chers amis, j'ai bien envie de faire là juste quelques vœux. Faut que je vois jusqu'à combien on peut en faire pour le niveau, jusqu'à ce qu'on commence à atteindre le niveau où on va avoir un personnage 5 étoiles obligatoire et de s'arrêter juste avant pour essayer d'avoir plutôt Yoimiya la prochaine fois, qui m'attire plus. Je vous l'avoue, qui m'attire un peu plus en personnage 5 étoiles que Ayaka. Même si je vois que Voilà, bon, j'ai cru voir vite fait de loin sur internet que beaucoup de gens étaient intéressés par Ayaka, ce qui est tout à fait compréhensible. Mais je crois que l'œil mien est un peu plus à mon goût. Bon, voilà. Donc, prochain épisode, épisode 100. N'hésitez pas à venir voir ce magnifique épisode de plusieurs heures. Vu que ce sera quand même une grosse étape. Hein. En 100 épisodes, on aura fait une bonne partie du chemin. Hein. Et en plus, une fois lorsqu'on s'attaquera à l'événement à Inazuma, on pourra certainement débloquer toute la map d'un coup. Bon. Un peu comme on avait fait lors de l'événement avec l'Océanide. On va devoir se promener un peu partout. Ce sera très certainement très à notre avantage. Mais je trouve quand même Inazuma un peu petit. Hein. Seulement 3 statues. Oui, je sais que c'est loin dans l'océan. Parce que là, il y a probablement... J'ai eu 8 dire qu'il n'y a vraiment rien ici. Mais j'ose peut-être espérer qu'il y ait peut-être quelques îles encore tout autour. Enfin bon, on verra bien lorsqu'on y sera. Donc, chers amis, on se laisse donc là-dessus. N'hésitez pas à laisser un pouce bleu, à vous abonner, à commenter cet épisode. On se retrouvera donc très bientôt pour la suite. Et en attendant, cette dernière, je vous souhaite à toutes et à tous une bonne journée et je vous dis à bientôt. Ciao.